Hello, everyone. Today, we will delve into blockchain technology, arguably one of the most widely recognized technological concepts to emerge in the financial sector in recent years. From the inception of Bitcoin in 2009 to central bank digital currency trials across various countries and further innovations in cross-border payments and supply chain finance, blockchain is fundamentally reshaping the underlying logic of the financial industry. Today, we will act as digital detectives using a mystery box approach to gradually unveil the secrets of blockchain. Is it a disruptive and revolutionary technology, or an overhyped bubble? Let's start our exploration with this question in mind. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to 1. Understand and articulate the 3 core characteristics of blockchain: distributed ledger, cryptographic security, and consensus mechanisms, and explain how they interact to establish a decentralized trust framework. 2. Analyze at least 4 key applications of blockchain in finance, digital currencies, cross-border payments, supply chain finance, and securities trading, and compare their strategic advantages and potential limitations relative to conventional systems. Now, let's dive into a case study to decode the genetic blueprint of blockchain, its 3 foundational features. Imagine an ancient village record-keeping system. Zhang San borrows 100 yuan from Li Si, and the village chief records this transaction on a blackboard. However, the chief might tamper with the record, and the blackboard could be erased. So, how does blockchain address this problem? It allows every villager to maintain a complete copy of the ledger. Each transaction is broadcast to everyone for synchronized updates and employs specific rules to ensure it cannot be tampered with. Now, let's break down it in detail. Feature 1. Distributed ledger, the decentralized trust machine. Traditional centralized systems, banks or Alipay act as trusted intermediaries. All transactions must be verified through their servers. For example, transfers require clearance through central bank systems. Blockchain solution: each node participant maintains a complete copy of the ledger, which is synchronized in real time via a P2P network. For example, the Bitcoin network generates a new block every 10 minutes. Financial application: cross-border remittances can be settled directly between parties without relying on the SWIFT system. Now, consider this question. If Alipay servers go down, would your transaction records be lost? If a node in a blockchain network fails, would it affect the entire system? Feature 2. Cryptographic security, the digital lock and key. Hash function compresses transaction data into fixed-length strings with a change anything, change everything property. Example: altering the transaction amount changes the hash completely, instantly detected by the system. Asymmetric encryption: public keys, addresses, are public. Private keys, passwords, are secret. Only the holder of the private key can spend their assets. A classic example: a Bitcoin wallet address is like a bank account, while the private key is your PIN code. Lose the private key, and the asset is gone forever. Digital signatures: transactions are signed with the private key. Others can verify authenticity with a public key, like a handwritten signature plus fingerprint. Feature 3. Consensus mechanisms, the democratic decision-making system. Proof of work, POW. Compete to solve complex math problems for the right to record transactions. Bitcoin, 10 minutes per block. Analogy: a whole class solves a math problem. The first to finish gets to record the result and earn a reward. Proof of stake, POS. Choose recorders randomly based on the amount and age of tokens held. Analogy: like drawing lots based on students' credit points to decide who keeps the records. Practical Byzantine fault tolerance, PBFT, an efficient consensus model suitable for consortium chains. for example, Hyperledger Fabric. Now that we've explored the core genes of blockchain, let's examine how it transforms and creates real-world impact within the vast body of finance. Blockchain has 4 major application scenarios. 1. Digital currency. From speculation to the digitization of legal tender. Bitcoin. 21 million total supply, greater than 60% held by institutional investors. Stablecoins. Cryptocurrencies pegged to fiat currencies, solving the volatility issue of cryptocurrencies. Central bank digital currency, CBDC. China's digital yuan pilot has expanded to 15 provinces and cities, supporting dual offline payments. 2. Cross-border payments, disrupting the SWIFT monopoly. Traditional model. Correspondent banking involves 3 to 5 intermediary banks, 1% to 7% fees, and 1 to 5 days to settle. Blockchain solutions. 1. RippleNet. 3 to 5 seconds per transaction. Fees as low as $0.00001 US. 2. CIPS plus blockchain. Chinese cross-border interbank payment system integrated with blockchain and pilots. 3. Supply chain finance, solving financing challenges for SMEs. The central challenge: the credit of core enterprises cannot be effectively transferred, making it hard for banks to verify transaction authenticity across supply chains. Blockchain solutions. 1. Upload order, logistics, and invoice data to the chain. 2. Use smart contracts to automatically execute payment conditions. For example, automatic fund release upon goods receipt. 3. Enable the splitting and transfer of core enterprise credit. For example, dividing into 10 negotiable receivables certificates. Representative case. Tencent's microenterprise chain helped a secondary auto parts supplier reduce financing costs from 12% to 6% and cut the financing cycle from 7 days to 1 day. 4. Securities trading, revolutionizing settlement from T+3 to real-time. Traditional process. Trade execution clearinghouse reconciliation settlement, T+2 in the US, T+1 in China. Blockchain solutions. 1. Adopt blockchain technology to replace the chess clearing system, ASX case. 2. Enable simultaneous transaction and settlement, achieving T+0, trade as settle. Data shock. Global securities settlement fails occur at a rate of 1.5%. Blockchain can reduce this to near zero, saving the industry over $20 billion annually. Of course, no emerging technology is without flaws. Blockchain, too, has its Achilles heel, and we must approach it rationally. So, what challenges and regulatory issues does blockchain face? Let's continue. Challenges and regulations faced by blockchain. 1. Technical bottlenecks. The blockchain impossible triangle. Decentralization. More nodes enhance security, but reduce efficiency. Security. The cost of a 51% attack rises exponentially with increased hashing power. Scalability. Bitcoin processes 7 transactions per second versus Visa's 65,000 TPS. 2. Regulatory challenges. Walking a tightrope between innovation and risk. 1. Anti-money laundering. Mixers obscure fund tracing. 2. Investor protection. $40 billion loss to crypto scams in 2022. ICO survival rate below 5%. 3. RegTech. On-chain analytics to trace funds. Smart contract audits to prevent exploit attacks. Now, let's review global regulatory trends. 1. China. Bans cryptocurrency trading but encourages blockchain innovation. 2. EU. MiCA regulation brings crypto assets into a formal framework. 3. US. SEC classifies most tokens as securities, requiring registration. In conclusion, blockchain is no magic bullet, but it offers a new way to reconstruct trust in finance. From Bitcoin's niche experiment to serious exploration by central banks, the technology is evolving from a disruptor to critical infrastructure. Finally, please review and complete the given exercises. Next class, we'll dive into digital signature technology. Remember to preview the material